Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of College and Career Pathways, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. we provide you with information on various colleges and universities, financial aid resources, technical schools, skilled trade professions, training programs, and career readiness skills, all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. I'm Tony Curtin, your host, and today we are with NPower of Michigan, and they are a free, for those that qualify, IT technical training program. Erika, welcome. We are so glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me in, and I'm excited to talk about NPower. And my name is Erika Payton, and I'm the Recruitment and Admissions Manager here with NPower.
Okay, you said Kalina, right?
Yes.
Okay, good deal.
Awesome. I'm going to share my... And then I'll also allow Kalina Lewis. We also have our program director, and I'll allow her to give her introduction, and I'll also upload the PowerPoint as well.
Good deal, good deal.
Kalina. All right, so we allow her to come in toward the end. It is possible that maybe she's taking a call. But again, my name is Erika Payton, and I'm the Recruitment and Admissions Manager here with NPower. Kalina, are you there?
I'm here. It's just the host. I can't, I couldn't unmute until now. My apologies.
Okay.
But it says the host has to allow me to unmute and do the video. But until you all can see me, I can still introduce myself and say hello. We're very excited to be able to educate you about all that we have to offer. Super, super, super exciting on both ends for us to share and for you to hopefully one day be a part. I am the program director, and I am one of the people that are behind the scenes in equipping trainees, future and alumni, as well as present, with all the tools necessary within the short 23-week period that it takes for you to obtain some both professional development, soft skills, and IT fundamental skills that really will put you on a trajectory and transform your life into a new career path where tech is now. We can't even say it's the future anymore. It's our new way of life, and you can be up to speed and upskill or reskill yourself or have no background in tech whatsoever. We do offer you an opportunity to learn about those things free of charge with NPower.
Ms. Kalina,
Thank you.
You should be able to do your video now.
Perfect. There we are. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So as Kalina mentioned, we are here representing NPower and excited to talk to you about this exciting opportunity where it's just another option that you can consider as you're navigating your way through high school. So NPower offers a free tech training program. And when we say free, we truly mean it's no tuition, and it is completely free. So no cost to you. I do want to start off by sharing a video because I think it's so impactful to hear from some of our current students that participated in our program. So I'm going to start this video. It's only a few minutes, but hear from our students and just listen to their experience going through NPower.
No sound. Share the sound.
Oh. You said it's no sound?
Yeah, it's not playing with sound.
Okay, so let me see here. We may have to save because I'm not sure how to share it with sound. So we may, Mhm.
When you go into on your toolbar where it says more, and
Oh, mhm.
it should be in there. It should say share sound, share audio.
Oh, I do see it. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to restart the video to make sure you're able to hear it. Okay, here we go. Can you guys hear
Each
it?
person's pathway to this stage today differs from one another.
I actually learned about the NPower program through a good friend of mine.
I was a veteran, a college graduate, an exceptionally good juggler, but it wasn't enough.
She asked me if I want to join this program with her. And I figured since technology plays a huge part in everyday life, why not be a part of something great?
I worked my last shift as a dental assistant on a Saturday, and the following Monday began learning IT fundamentals.
Without hesitation, I said, hell yeah, why not? And I'm glad I did so. NPower became family.
That's why I served, and that's why I study cybersecurity. But it's only because of my training through NPower that I can now get back to doing what I love, protecting.
It's so uplifting. I think especially when you're kind of thrown into an accelerated program for something that you may not have been primed for before.
I learned how to put together a computer, turn it on, and it actually worked. So thanks to NPower, the future is no longer uncertain. Thank you all.
Awesome. And I really like just starting off sharing that video because I think it's so impactful to really hear from our students and their experience through NPower. So I may have to do this. Here we go. So NPower, we are a nonprofit organization where we have been around for about 20 plus years. And really our mission is really to create pathways to tech job seekers and provide training, internships, certifications to allow them to really jumpstart their career in technology. We have many different locations across the United States, with one of the locations being right here in the city of Detroit. So Kalina and I were representing the Detroit team, and we have been around for about, our very first program was launched last year during the pandemic. So last year we had our first program in Michigan, but NPower as an organization has been around for about 20 plus years. And the amazing opportunity that the students really highlighted was our Tech Fundamentals program. In our Tech Fundamental program, it is a tuition-free program where you're completing a full 23 weeks where it's focused on training, hands-on experience. You're able to obtain certifications, but as well as a paid internship. So it is a program where you can take the knowledge and the experience that you gain through a program and decide to continue your education or be able to really start your IT position right after the program. So we're really preparing our students to really reach their goals, whether that is starting a full-time position or continuing their education. And to be eligible, we are looking for 18 to 25-year-olds with a minimum of a high school diploma, as well as we're looking for candidates that are located in or near Detroit. A lot of our internship opportunities are around the Detroit area. Some of our positions are still in this virtual space, but we want to make sure you have the ability to get to and from the internship. And our class is completely virtual. So class time is Monday through Friday. And the first 16 weeks is really focused on that instructor-led virtual training. So this is where we're teaching you all the tools that you need to know. Hardware, software, identity and access management, network administration, IT service management are some of the topics that you'll learn during the first 16 weeks of the program. As I mentioned, the program is Monday through Friday, where the very first Monday through Wednesday portion of it is really focused on technical training, where Thursday sessions is where you will be able to learn or engage in professional development. In that professional development, we're actually teaching you soft skills. So yes, we're a program that's focused on tech training, but we really want to support you in a holistic way. So we want to make sure you're developing those soft skills. Soft skills may include resume writing, how to network, how to interview, and just really everything else you need to know. And Fridays is really safe for any type of free tutoring that you may need. And then I just got a question, and I'm happy to answer this question. So the question is, are you being paid while you train? So during the first 16 weeks, this portion is unpaid. The last 7 weeks of the program, that is when you're working in your internship and you're getting paid for that portion. So the first 16 weeks is the training, the certifications, because we want to make sure before you go into the internship, you have all the training to do the job. And I talked about this professional development piece, and I would say this is equally as important and very beneficial for our students. So professional development takes place every Thursday. And again, here are some of the topics that we cover. We talk about professional dress, social networking, mock interviews. So anything that you can think of, we're covering those topics in professional development. The 2 class time blocks for NPower is that you can either sign up for a morning class, which takes place 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 2 to 6 p.m. So this gives our students the ability to be able to attend class, maybe work in the afternoon or work in the morning and be able to engage in class. So just know that the 16 weeks, it is a fast pace, but our goal is to really be able to get you the paid internship and be able to get you to really jumpstart your career. And a lot of the work that we do, we cannot do it without our hiring partners. So here are just some of the hiring partners that we have in Michigan. So we have the state of Michigan, Google, TCF Bank, DT Energy, Little Caesars. So a lot of great companies that we work with that really work to hire our students and be able to make sure our students have the different experiences. And internships are very beneficial. Not only is it helping you build your resume, but it's really giving you hands-on experience to really explore career options. So I live and breathe by internship experiences. So this picture here, it gives you the opportunity to practice your learning. It gives you experience. And then in the end, if you're looking to work professionally, get a full-time position, you will be able to do that because employers will see that you were in a position that allowed you to practice, learn, and gain experience. And at NPower, we're so big on support. When we say you join NPower, you're joining a family. And this one-on-one support is very important. We have a small staff, but I always like to say we're small, but we're mighty. I'm the recruitment manager, so students have a lot of interaction with me in the beginning, as well as our social support manager. And our social support manager is really there to provide resources and referrals to you. We know that life happens during the program. So, there are things that we may need to support you on. And the way that we do that is through our social support manager. We also have, we're building a career team where this is equally as important, because again, our goal is to make sure you're getting experiences, whether it's through an internship or a full-time position, and you need help navigating that process. So we have a whole team that is really there to help you interview, help you update your resume, do a practice interview with you. So just know that really you will have a whole team behind you supporting you from start to finish. And then after you finish the 23 weeks, we're not just, sending you off saying have a great life, but you have access to so many other resources as an alum. For one, you have this family that you just can't get rid of, but you also have the ability to network. Continue to network with our employers, continue to attend our events, but we're also there to continue to help you in your career journey, whether that is coming back to schedule a practice interview, or maybe you need help finding a different position. So just know that no matter what, we'll continue to support you. You'll also have access to additional tuition-free programs such as cybersecurity. And at NPower, we're all about student success. So as I mentioned, we had our very first program during the pandemic. And to date, we were able to serve about 180 students. And 90% of our students, they're continuing their education or they're working in a full-time position. So they were able to be gainfully employed. Not only that, our students are seeing a 519% salary income increase. So that is huge. So our students are maybe coming into the program where, maybe they're not working. Maybe they're working a minimum wage job. And after the program, they're really able to see a significant increase in their salary. So they're able to really set some goals for themselves, maybe some things that maybe they thought, oh, well, this is something I can do down the line, whether it's continue their education, enroll in a university or a community college, or maybe, they're looking to buy their first house or apartment. So definitely, we're really, really excited at the things that our students are able to do. And I would encourage you all, and I'll share this PowerPoint, take a look at our success stories. A lot of people, they're a little skeptical when we say a free program, but it is free. It is a real program that students go through, and they, at the end of it, they have some really great experiences, but a lot of things that they're able to put on their resume. And I think I have this next slide here. I think it's a few slides in, but I'll talk about, NPower, and really comparing it to, let's say, if you were enrolling in like a community college. So I believe that's a few slides in. But I want to talk about this. Why tech? Kalina mentioned it earlier. Technology is everywhere. And technology is such a great field to go into because it is a constant growing field. So as you're exploring your different options, maybe you're graduating from high school soon, or maybe you have already graduated high school and you're thinking about what do I want to do? Technology is a great field. The earning potential is great. As well as it really will put you in a position to have a job versus a career. And then I have this here because it will always put you in a position to quote unquote secure the bag. So as I mentioned, the earning potential is great, but not only that, it is a career that you're constantly learning. So when you think about, when I think about technology, I think about everything I can do on my phone. social media. You can buy groceries online, and there's professionals that are behind those systems. Or let's say, if, you have internet, you have issues with your internet, you're calling into the help desk. There's someone that has a technology background that's helping you problem solve those issues. So technology is everywhere. And then I have another question coming in. And is there job placement when you complete this program? Absolutely. And that is something that we're working toward. So yes, some of our students decide to continue their education, but a lot of them are going into full-time positions. And as I mentioned, 90% of our, just our last class were placed in jobs with a small percentage continuing their education. So our career placement team, our placement director, their job is to get our students placed. So it's not that, they're navigating this process together or by themselves, where after the internship, they have to apply for the different jobs without really having help through that process, where we're supporting them, we're helping them. Oftentimes our employer partners send us positions that they're looking to hire our students, and we're able to send those different job postings directly to our students. So yes, definitely job placement, that's the goal after the program. But we do recognize that some students may decide to enroll in like a community college or university, and we support that as well. Great question. Endless opportunities. So this is another reason to consider tech. Here are just a snapshot of some of the jobs that you can do after NPower, but just know that this is a growing list. There are so many opportunities. Kalina and I met with an IT professional. He's a CEO of a program in Detroit, but he talked about how he was able to really take tech and really turn that into an entrepreneurial focus. So when I say the opportunities in tech is endless, there's so many different things that you can do in technology. One thing that COVID has taught us is that technology is needed. And a lot of companies realize really quick that, a lot of their systems, a lot of their processes, they really have to turn that into electronic versus a paper system, or methods where we can only provide our services in person. So just know that technology would provide endless opportunities to you. Here's the slide that I wanted to talk about. So NPower, as I mentioned, we're all about student success. And what we do, we have this NPower Advantage, where it is a model where we take the young adult, 18 to 25, who has just that interest in either learning more about technology or working in technology, and maybe they don't have access to resources. A lot of technology-based boot camp classes, they're expensive. There is a population that simply just don't have thousands of dollars to purchase a boot camp. So we take that tech job seeker and really put them in this bubble of support, where we're providing them with the training. We're providing them with everything they need to know to be able to complete and pass certifications that you normally would have to pay for, but NPower also cover the costs for that. And those certifications include Google IT support, A+, tech fundamentals. So a lot of certifications that employers are looking for job seekers to have. And then we're providing experiences. We're helping you develop those soft skills. So at the end of the program, we really want you to be a professional in IT. So definitely there's a lot of options to consider, but sometimes the impact of NPower, a lot of people don't believe the impact of NPower. So this slide really provides you with NPower and just thinking about, let's say, a community taking classes at a community college, where the training completion cost for NPower is 0. When you're seeking taking technology-based classes at a community college, you are paying for per credit hour. So it shows you the average time to complete. So in NPower, you finish us in 6 months. Our graduation, this is actually our national graduation rate, 80%, but Detroit, we're actually seeing a higher graduation rate. So you're leaving a program with no debt, and then pay attention to the average starting salaries. A lot of times we tell our students that NPower, you can find a full-time position, and a lot of companies are willing to pay for you to take classes. So we also encourage students to think about that avenue as well. If they're working for a company and let's say they offer 50% tuition reimbursement. So this is just something to think about, where again, we're really big on NPower, our success, and we're really our focus is that student and really supporting them to make sure they're able to achieve this. And I always like to really show this photo. Everyone's smiling, they're excited, and this really can be you. So again, if you have an interest in technology in exploring this issue, or I'm sorry, this avenue, this really can be you. So you can be in this picture smiling and really jump-starting your career in technology. Our next class begins January 31st, and that is what we refer to as our spring class. But NPower happens twice a year. So we have a fall class that takes place every fall, and typically those dates are end of August, early September. And then we have a spring class that typically takes place every kind of the end of January, early February. And our applications are considered on a rolling basis until the class is filled. So right now, I'm currently recruiting for our spring class. So if you're 18 to 25 and you have an interest in technology, I would encourage you to apply. If you're currently in high school, NPower has sparked your interest. We have a class that will start the end of August, early September. So I would encourage you to think about applying to our upcoming fall program. And our application process is fairly simple and it's easy. So in order to complete your application, you want to go to www.npower.org, where you will complete the application. We ask you just general questions about your address, your phone number, just general, just contact information. You will have to respond to 3 essay questions, where those essay questions, we just want to get an idea of, your interest in technology. After you complete the application, you'll be invited to a virtual interview with me. And then I'll assess your interest, your ability to complete the program. And then that second interview is actually conducted by our social support manager. And that interview, it is a little personal, I always like to say, because we want to assess your needs coming in, because we want to make sure we know how to support you and we have the right tools in place from start to finish. That is our interview process. After you meet with the social support manager, she'll let me know the decision, and then I'll make the final decision, and then we'll let you know either way. Awesome. And then Kalina, I want to give you an opportunity to see if you had anything to add. Did I miss anything?
No, I actually wanted to answer one of the questions. It looks like you were describing as they were typing what the requirements were, but do you need a computer background to apply? Absolutely not. We have had students that came in with no IT background whatsoever, so we don't want any of that imposter syndrome creeping up that would stop you from applying. Today, you don't need to know a thing except Control, Alt, Delete, or just how to power it off. By the end, you'll be able to take it apart, put it together, and grab one of those titles. And I just wanted to highlight that we got a recent award from the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. We were awarded $1 million as a brand. And when I think about what that means for us locally here in Detroit, we have 71,000 cybersecurity jobs in Michigan alone that need to be filled. So the question that came earlier as to, are you guaranteed employment? Our reach is awesome, but the need for IT specialists in Michigan alone just surpasses. Like, you would definitely be guaranteed a job, and we're here to partner with that. But we also see cases in which our students have a job and there's more opportunities that come, as a result. So the chart in which you referenced that showed your starting salary around $40,000 to $44,000, that's literally just the start. We actually have success rates nationally and locally where we see some of those partners that Erika shared with Accenture or Google, in which the salaries are $50,000 and $60,000. And it didn't take you a lot of debt to U of M or Michigan State or any community college even in order to obtain that. So the network that you have with us is amazing. You build the network throughout the class. You're meeting other students like yourselves, and you'll forever be a part of those students' lives because all of you will be working in the same IT economy. And then the professional development skills that we equip you with. Some of those corporate partners you see, we not only find you jobs with them, but we invite them into the classroom to kind of speak to you about what they're doing and how they can help you and get your foot into their industry or into their corporation specifically, and they become your mentor forever. And then you go from there. So we help you upskill, reskill, because we see technology continuing to grow. And so we don't want you to feel as though the stuff I learned at NPower, it no longer applies. Now there's new information out. We still help with that as well. So those were some great questions. We'd be more than happy to answer any more. I'm going to type my email in the chat so that in the case that your wheels are turning, and then after you still have some questions that you think of, we'd be more than happy to walk you through that.
You guys, that's great. I've been a fan of NPower for about 3 or 4 years now. Again, it is just an awesome training opportunity. A lot of people really can't believe, and they don't understand and comprehend how is it you're able to provide free tuition in computer training when you see the tuition cost of other programs and community colleges and universities. Could you expound a little on that? And also I wanted to ask, you mentioned something earlier about almost along the lines of, after this level of training is complete, there is another level of free training that can be obtained. Could you expound on that one?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned, after the 23 weeks, it's not like we're sending you on your way, we're saying have a good life. You still have access to the resources that we offer. And one of the great things is that is additional training. So let's say if you had an interest in cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is a very popular area. That is a program that you can complete after completing tech fundamentals. So that is access to even more free training, and it will also give you access to additional certifications that you will be able to complete and put on your resume. So yes, the program is completely free. So we definitely have a number of donors that we work very, very hard where, no, you don't have to pay anything, but we have donors that are putting up a very good investment. Kalina, do you know roughly about the price that each student costs? Is it about
Per student is around 10 grand.
with
That won't
everything?
cost you anything, only us.
Yeah.
And we actually have an entire community. So Erika is the gatekeeper. I like to call her that because that's who you meet first. That's who's in the community with me as program director, infiltrating the community, penetrating community, massaging all of our support and our contacts. And she's who you see for your interview. And then you meet our social support manager that assesses the whole person. So we're not just worried about the fundamentals and the skills and checking the compliance boxes off, but are you okay? What mental support help do you need? What financial support you might need? Hey, do you need a computer? Do you need a hotspot? Do you need a quiet place to study? That's what our social support manager does. And you can almost synonymous with a social support worker, because sometimes you have little bitty extenuating circumstances that could jeopardize what you're trying to accomplish here. And we don't want to let any of that get in the way. Then we have that career placement director and a team under her that helps you find the apprenticeships, the internships, the paid internships specifically, and the jobs. But there's also another portion. We have a development director that is responsible solely for gathering funds in the community. There's a way that they have the ask. There's already partnerships that we have in which we have donations and funding, and she penetrates the community to get even more. So there's a number she has to hit, but she is so passionate. She goes above and beyond that. We want it all for you. So we make sure that you never have to pay for anything.
That really is awesome.
And I want to add, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but one of the questions was, do you need any prior computer experience or knowledge? And Kalina said no, which is true, but we also provide you a computer and Wi-Fi or hotspot. So we want you to know that even if you're coming to our program and, maybe, you don't have the best computer or your internet is a little spotty, we definitely don't want that to be a reason for you not to want to do our program, because we have you covered. So we will definitely provide a laptop to you and a hotspot. So just know that, even if you don't have any resources, or your resources aren't the best in that area, or maybe you come in a program, you have those resources and something happened, let's say your computer break or anything like that, we definitely can provide those resources to you.
Good deal. That is excellent to know. I do have a question regarding completion rate. So once a student gets in your program, if they find themselves having difficulty mastering the particular lesson or subject matter, what type of recourse or resources do they have in making sure that they get through that difficulty and are successful? Or is it just oh, so sad, too bad for you, you couldn't make the cut, and they wind up being removed from the program?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And when I say that, so we're a small team, we're very mighty, we are very hands-on with our students. So definitely our program attendance is required, it's expected, but we know things may come up. So we, if we notice that a trainee is not attending classes, we're calling them, we're texting them, we're asking them, what resources do you need? How can we help you get back on track? So we're very hands-on. We offer a number of different resources. Maybe a month ago, we had access to transportation grants, where if any trainee had any difficulties, let's say getting to and from the library or to and from work, because that can add a lot of stress, right? You have to stress about getting to and from work. We were able to give them a transportation grant. So we are truly, you come to NPower, you have a team of cheerleaders, and we're really there cheering you as you walk your path through the program. But some of them you may encounter a little bump in the road, and we're really there to help you get up and help you get back on track. So our goal is to really support any of our students through the completion of the program. So that is really providing support to them throughout. So that support looks really different for all our students, but it's not, we're not into, oh, well, we just want to try to get people in the program just because, but we want them to graduate. We want them to be able to really gain all the benefits from the program. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Are you guys training in person or is this online?
Yeah, so right now we are still in this hybrid space. So we were in person for a short period, and then we had to switch everything to this virtual space. So Monday through Wednesday, the class is online, but we just about a month ago, we invited our students into our classroom space in person, and they were able to take apart computers. So really gain hands-on experience. The 4 upcoming classes, we're hoping to be more so in the hybrid model, where maybe some of those professional development opportunities are in person. But for right now, because of COVID, right now we are virtually, but we also want students to know that, even if our program remains 100% virtual, our classroom space is still accessible to you. So if you need a quiet place to study, or maybe you just want to change your scenery, definitely you will be able to come into our office space and use that space.
Good deal. Are students required to have either their high school diploma or GED when applying to your program?
Yeah, so definitely in order to complete NPower, you need a high school diploma and or GED. However, let's say if you're currently in high school right now and you have an interest in, let's say, our upcoming fall 2022 program, so our program that will start after you graduate, I still encourage you to apply now. I recently interviewed a student that was currently enrolled in high school. He was already 18, but he knew that he wanted to be a part of NPower and complete our process. So I'm happy to interview candidates early. I thought it'd be cool that, a lot of times during this time, a lot of students are applying to different colleges or community colleges, because my background is working in higher ed. I'm like, it'd be cool to invite them in the interview process so that when they graduate, they'd be in a position to have their acceptance NPower letter. So they can leave, they can leave high school. Because a lot of people get their college acceptance letters and they're excited, but I want our students to feel that excitement for NPower as well. So even if you're currently in high school, no matter what, I'm reviewing your application. I want to be able to build that connection with you, the interaction. So I encourage them to apply if they have an interest, but in order to actually enroll and complete our program at the start of our program, whatever class it is, fall or spring, you have to have that minimum of a high school diploma or GED, and you have to be 18 years old.
Good deal. Now, are you, in evaluating the application, are you factoring in grade point average or SAT scores at all?
No, so no, none of that. We don't have you complete a FAFSA application. I know oftentimes that's a popular question. Well, do I have to complete a FAFSA? Do I need to get my parents' information? No, the only thing you have to do is complete the application, answer the 3 essay questions, and that's it. And then you'll have an interview. And and during that interview, it's truly to assess your interests, problem-solving skills, and that's it. So no grades. We want you to come to the program as you are, because what we're going to do is develop you throughout the program so that by the end of it, you're this well-rounded professional, and you have certifications under your belt, you have experience, and you have some really great things on your resume.
I love your program. Been such an incredible.
We do too.
Yeah.
It's such an incredible fan.
Miss Kirton, we are thrilled because Erika and myself and the rest of our team that we talked about, that's small but mighty, are new. And when we completed our new build out, we're right in Midtown Detroit. We're in Lothrop behind the St. Regis, by the new Center 1 and Fisher building. And we haven't gotten a chance to utilize the space the way we want because of the times we're in, because of the pandemic. But that won't stop the show. The fact that we're virtual, you don't even have to come down here, try to find a parking spot and get in your seat on time. You just roll over, make sure you look professional, and you're in class. So our reach can be that much further. But we want everybody to know, we want everybody, that excitement that I see coming through the screen from you. We want the entire Metro Detroit area to have that same excitement and to shout our name from the rooftop. So that's what our one ask is of you, to continue to ask questions. There's no such thing as a silly question, and to tell everyone about us, because there's power in alumni and there's a power in testimonials from people who have went through the program, but we're so new here. We don't have a huge alumni built up yet. We just got here, we're just getting started. And unlike other regions, we don't have that much competition. All the other coding and other programs, they cost. They cost.
You are so standalone right now. That's why you're so awesome, because these same trainings, anywhere from $6,000 to $15,000 in expense to the student, and you just simply cannot beat it. And that's why I guess a lot of people say, "Oh no, there's got to be a catch." It's too
no, there's not.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, it's not. I promise you, it's not. The only thing is, it's only limited to 18 to 25.
Yeah.
Right. For now, we're penetrating the veteran market. All of the other regions outside of us address veterans, but because we're so new, we're gathering resources as we speak so that we can address veterans and their spouses free of charge as early as spring 2022, which is around the corner.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. That's so great. That is so great. You guys in the chat room, do you have any questions? Any more questions for these beautiful ladies about this awesome program? One in which, if I was 18 to 25, I promised I would enroll in myself because it is just that great. If not, then we will end this, and I will thank you guys for joining, and thank you ladies so much. And I definitely would like to have you back during the winter semester.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of students to receive this information, because again, this is a very unique time, and it is a time of opportunity, and they need to strike while the iron is definitely
Absolutely. Yes, we're welcome to come back anytime. Again, we're trying to get the message out, so tell everyone and then they can tell people they know, even they're outside of the age range. We want our classrooms filled. There are regions where there are waiting lists, and we are like, we want to be that. So
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. Again, thank you ladies for joining. Excellent program.
Thank you.
Super huge fan. Major crush on you guys. All of our students.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. And I left my contact here. And then I'm happy to share the PowerPoint in case you wanted to share it to the attendees. Yeah, but thank you so much for inviting us to this space. And we're excited to, be back and speakers for, the fall and winter for you.
Absolutely. Good deal. You guys have a great day.
You too. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.